The Unofficial Mashable podcast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest installment of the Unofficial Mashable podcast. My name is Justin Flynn.
David Fay.
And David has a story from the mobile section of Mashable. And I believe it's going to blow your minds.
It is. That's how I roll.
David.
We're big mobile guys.
Yeah, our life it contains a lot of mobile news.
It does. Well, you're a bigger mobile guy than I am, I think, because obviously there's so much always happening in the Android sphere.
Not just Android, but just in general. It's just an exciting sort of place to be.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And it's even more exciting considering this story from Mashable.com.
Yay.
Word Lens, where translation and augmented reality meet.
Oh, yeah.
With 1,378 tweets, 620 Facebook shares, although that number will, I'm sure, grow significantly by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
So what this is an augmented reality tool to translate things. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, well, I'm pretty sure Google Goggles does that on Android, which it does. However, so when you're looking at something on Google Goggles, I think you need to kind of take a photo, or you need to say, right, translate that. Go, I want this text, translate that. Whereas this is basically like you hold your device up to some text on the wall through the camera, using the camera like most augmented reality things do, and it not only translates it, but it will then push that text onto the text that was there. So it takes away the version that you don't understand and puts it up in a language that you do understand. And that is just mind-boggling. We'll show a video because I probably didn't explain that very well.
Just reading the article now. It only does at the moment English to Spanish.
English to Spanish, yeah.
So Google Goggles does about 50 languages.
Sure. But this is very new.
Just saying.
Yeah, whatever. Let's check it out.
Check it out now. Here we go.
What, Quest Visual? Was that the company? There's an iPhone.
I'll go back.
Look at that.
I don't know how it does that.
No, surely that was too quick. Surely this is fake. Oh my god.
I don't think this is real.
You think this is a joke?
I don't think it's a joke. I just don't know how it does that.
Oh my god. Without connection to the internet, so it's obviously got the language stuff. Oh my god. It's doing all. That's how it does it. That's why it's only Spanish to English, because it's local language. It's just one language on the device. You would want to know that if you were traveling. This is amazing.
Right, so here we go. Back. Oh my god.
Can we invest in this?
I did invest in it. That's going to make $1 trillion. $1
trillion? You're back with the trillion.
Yeah.
Unreal. So, okay, the reason I was fascinated by this is firstly...
There's no
way you
mystery
can't...
there.
Yeah, but, from an augmented reality perspective, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, we were watching videos for layer and stuff like that, where you would hold your phone up or your device up to the world, and it would use the camera and it would layer on information onto the world depending on what you wanted. Let's say in the demo video, I remember they were in Amsterdam and they were looking at property prices. We wanted to find houses in a certain price range, and you could put your phone up and just look around the landscape, and there would be like houses with information sitting on top.
And it got quite intricate. They started you being able to put 3D objects in and.
Oh really?
Layout did, yeah. If there was a proposed building or something, they put the 3D sketch of it in place, or if there was an old building which had cosmetic changes over the years, you could cycle back through older looking versions of it and stuff. So they went quite deep into it.
To me, this
you and I were freaking.
Oh, we loved that.
Oh
we loved that until we could try it out. When basically the only bit of layer information was Wikipedia.
Pubs as well.
Pubs was it? Well, when I remember first starting, the only thing you could do was Wikipedia important places or something.
Well, Leia came out first on Android.
Yeah.
And, like, I got that. It was, like, back in the day where, like, Android had nothing. And, like, Dave was sitting there with his iPhone with every freaking game and app you could think of.
I was
I'm
just
like,
doodle jumping all day long.
I got Leia. And I ran outside to get GPS and done good signal to use it. And I was like,
Nothing's happening.
Well, I don't know why this is useful to me. Like,
apparently Canberra is like a couple of thousand kilometers that way.
Yeah, and I think sort of, you know, the whole augmented reality thing is an awesome idea, and it was a big idea for a time for real estate. Like, all the real estate websites like domain.com.au and realestate.com.au, they got these apps out where, you know, you'd walk down a street and it'll be like, this is for sale and this is for sale. So it was really cool, but then Google Goggles launched and they went, yeah, we're kind of AR-ish, but we're actually just going to make it really practical.
Yeah.
Like pointed at a statue.
You showed me like where you can pull off. Oh, yeah, you can point at things, point at books, and it will pull in the information. Or you can take a photo. Or you can look at a business card, and it will pull that in as contact information.
Yeah, they really want that product to be
amazing.
Yeah, and it is really cool. So,
but this to me represents a new kind of wave of augmented reality on the phone, because it's
like wave 3.
It's doing so much. It's doing so much more processing. It's not just layering on information. It's giving you a different perspective of almost in real time of what you're actually seeing.
And it's really intuitive too. Like, instead of sort of taking a photo and letting it process and then looking it over here and losing the context of what you're looking at, it just does it
on the fly. It's
sort of like putting on goggles.
Could you right? Could you imagine though? Like, I mean, you know, with English to Spanish and stuff, that's pretty cool. But could you imagine it being in Japan, where?
Well, I was just about to say something about a Japanese UI designer who came up with. It was on Yanko Design web blog, and it was all about these like goggles that he made, which superimposed was AR, and it superimposed like all this sort of stuff. So like, instead of like, it would actually translate, you wouldn't see at all the other language. It would have it in your native language, everything.
Wow.
And like, you'd go around, but it was more than that. It was like, you know, swipe gestures and all sorts of things that activated certain parts of the HUD and things like that.
Yeah, right.
And I reckon this is one of the, like, another step in the right direction. And the fact, you know, the coolest thing about this is it doesn't use data.
No.
Because if you're traveling, you're not going to be using data because you're going to be out of pocket $400.
This is just insane.
So yeah, this was really
If we had time,
cool.
I would totally just watch this video again on the show.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that, but I will watch it again after because it's mind blowing.
Should we tape it on to the end of the episode?
Oh no, we'll watch it when we're watching it.
Yeah, but should we tape it on again?
Okay, we'll put it on again. Absolutely. We'll leave some time for that. So that is another episode of the Unofficial. By the way, I wanted to say, I know it's not 1,000 kilometers from Sydney to Canberra. I used to use the word 1,000. It just seemed really ignorant.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Did you say 1,000
I
kilometers?
did say I said it was like a couple of thousand kilometers to Canberra or something ridiculous.
Where they all speak Spanish.
Where they all speak Spanish.
All right.
Great. That's this week in the Unofficial Mashable podcast.
It is this week. As we said in our first installment, get in contact with us. Tell us if you like it or not. We really want to hear what you think because we're trying to make this more digestible for you guys. We want to make it a really enjoyable experience. And that pick and choose type of mentality we hope is really going to work for you guys. Drop us a line at contact the unofficial mashablepodcast.com. Go to our website, www.theunofficialmashablepodcast.com.
That's where we live.
And drop us a line on Twitter at TUMPcast. That's it for this week, and we'll be back to you next week with 3 more glorious articles.
Absolutely. Should we like pound it out for the week, or how? What's that?
No,
like, do we have a thing?
We don't have a thing yet. I think mine's this one.
The face palm you.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Oh God, I'm not.
Oh no, that wasn't him. It was Al.
Yeah,
Al did that.
I'm not doing that.
See you later.
Bye.